Hello, my name is Ioana. Welcome on my YouTube channel again. Today I'm going to talk about how to build a great resume and how to impress the recruiter at first look. So, welcome back. The first thing I'm going to say a few things that we don't have to do when we are looking to build a resume. There is a tale that we gotta build a resume for each job position, which means if you want to apply as a cook, you gotta build a resume that is related to that profession, right? If you want to work as an interpreter, we have to build skills and resume that is related to interpretation services. If we want to work as a cleaning lady, for example, we have to create a resume related to that profession. A lot of people build one resume and they put all the information there for all their lifetime work experiences, and then they're confused why nobody called them, why nobody set up interview with them. So the first thing is you gotta create a one professional resume related to your best possible job opportunity. Do not build a resume including every cleaning, cutting grass, cooking, and all other type of jobs that you have been doing. If you want to be a landscaper, you build a resume related to your landscaping abilities, landscaping experience, and passion. So let's start with the second thing that is very important to build a great resume. Do not use any ready forms. Do not use European resume, so-called CV that you can download online. Do not use any ready forms that are easy to download online and just fill them in and feel great. No, you have to make the job by yourself. You have to give this resume a life and personality that nobody else has. So how you can do that? Only by writing it by your own self. If you hire somebody to write your resume, which is happening a lot of here in America, you gotta spend tons of time to explain them what your skills and abilities are in order to receive the resume that you actually need, and resume that actually represent your abilities, represent your personality, because there is probably thousands of people that they're gonna respond for the same job position, and probably just very few will pass the first few scannings, and very few, probably less than 5%, is going to pass a telephone interview, and very few will have in-person interview. But in order to get successful, the first thing to do is to get a great resume. Let's start. The first thing first, don't write on the top resume. It's clear that is your resume. Just start directly with your name. All your names, or at least the first and the last name. The second thing, your phone number or any way to contact you directly, immediately. Immediate contact, phone number, mobile number, and so on. Third thing, write your address. I don't mean write your apartment building address and your apartment number. I mean write the city and the state or the area where you live in. Why? Because some recruiter need person in certain areas, and if there is no information about that, you're gonna be immediately ignored, because this information is missing. Nobody's gonna call you to ask you where do you live. You gotta make it easy for the recruiter that reads so many resumes to say, okay, this person is the right one for us. This person is good for that company. So make sure you write the city and the location where you live in. Include an email address. Nowadays, the first part of the interviews is going through email address. Some of them doing interviews through Skype or special platforms. Probably in some countries that's not so modernized, that are not so industrial, you don't have to worry about that. But in a lot of countries, you do have to have an email, and you do have to have, or at least include, some kind of a social media presence. When I mean a social media presence, I don't mean some beautiful, sexy picture from your Facebook page. That's absolutely not applicable whatsoever. When I mean social media, I mean social media that are related to work. That could be a work or professional CV page, that could be an Indeed page or LinkedIn profile. That things are so important, especially if you're looking to find a job in a bigger company, in a company that is worldwide, company that is gonna pay you better salary. All right. Something very important about your social media, even if you don't include your Facebook page, make sure that there is no public sexy picture of you, underwear picture, or any other kind of compromising pictures on other type of social media. Let's say you put your profile on Indeed and LinkedIn, and with your name they search your Facebook and they find out that you have tons of beautiful, sexy pictures, and as a company image they cannot hire you even if you're the best possible match, because you compromise already the strict company image with your profile sexy pictures, right? So make sure to make these pictures just friends or secret, or just keep it very, very private, right? After you include all your information, how to contact your city, other social media, the first paragraph is education. So when you're including your education, don't write I graduated in 2019 in business management. That's it. Say education, what type? Bachelor, master's degree, doctorate, research, college, 1 year of training, wherever is it, name it. Bachelor degree. Name the institution, let's say University of Minnesota, name it. Address of the university or the training facility, website and a phone. If you graduate, year of graduation, duration of this education, and main focus of this education. I'm giving you an example. For example, I am graduated master's degree in business management, University of Perugia via Pascoli 123, Italy, zip code 12605, phone and website of the university. The focus of the education is business development, and with 2 roles, I describe what I learned in these 2 years. Point. You gotta list your education from starting from the most recent ones. If your most recent one is certification, like in my case, I list my certification name, I list facility where I did get the certification from, how long it was lasting, when I graduate, and if it's abbreviation like mine, CCHI, which you could see here, I describe what is it about, related field to that education. So once you finish with your education, which you have to start from the most recent to until you go to middle school, or I did not include my middle school because I already have 3 masters and I decided that this is not so important. When you finish with your education, but if you don't have a master degree, of course you're gonna start with your middle school and you're gonna end up there, right? Once you finish that, there is a special section here called honors and awards. Let's say you were scholarship winner, you're perfect A student winner, and all these kind of things. There is a small space that you can add. I was a scholarship winner. I was a scholarship winner for 5 years. But in order to save place and organize my CV, I write it in 2 rows. I said full year scholarship winner from 2010 until 2016 in University of Perugia, Italy. Boom. No more information. When, where, what was it about? Point. If you have any additional skills, you make the third or the fourth paragraph. It's called skills. A lot of people like to write bicycle riding, canoe, kayak, whatever. This is not a place to do that. You have to write the skills related to your work, which mean Word, Excel, PowerPoint, HTML. If you're a linguist, what kind of languages do you speak? What kind of language abilities do you have? And communication skills, ability to write language skills, and so on. Just 3 rows, putting dots after each skill that you have. If you don't have a work experience on this part, you can add additional information, and on additional information you could say with 3-5 rows a little bit about yourself, who you are, what is your dream job, what is your passions. Here in this section, I wrote personally 5 roles, talking that I love yoga, I love outdoors, and my perfect job, my perfect dream job was a global manager. And that's it. If you do have a work experience, that paragraph of additional information, I personally left on the third page of my CV. If you do have a work experience, you can start with work experience paragraph, starting with the name of the company you work for, address and manager or whoever hired you, their address, their phone, their email, their contact information, because you want to look serious. This is just 1 role. After this, you gotta describe your role. For example, I work as an interpreter for this company. Main role, freelance interpreter. Main role, cleaning lady. Main role, landscaper. Wherever it's your CV about, you have to attach the related work experience. If this experience was a voluntary experience, that's okay to put it in there. And if you do not have any additional work experience, in this additional information last paragraph, you can write a little bit more what would make you a perfect candidate for this position. But this information normally, it's something that you put in the representation letter. That's gonna be another video. So let's go back to the work experience paragraph, which should be your 5th or 6th paragraph. On this paragraph, as I said, repeat again, you write the company name, the company address, the person that hires you, their contact, their email address, point. Your role and the boundaries of your role. What did you do? Whatever was it. And then what did you achieve working for this company, which could mean you get more fluent, more confident, you were trained, you were exposed in multinational intercultural environment. Wherever you achieve, you have space over here to write it down and said, I am thankful that I have this opportunity. Why? And I achieved this and that. 1 role. If you do not work in this company anymore, in a lot of interviews, if you don't have provide this information in your CV or in your resume, you will have a question. Why did you left this job? In order to cut that question in your resume, you can write 1 role. The reason that I left this position is because it was not challenging enough for me. I didn't feel that was what I was passionate about. You could say there was inside problems, organizational problems, any other kind of problems. Anyway, once you're done with your work experience, in European resume, it's very used to sign the resume under. In American, it's not. Your resume should not be more than 3 pages. 3 pages. See, 1, 2, 3 pages. My resume is exactly 3 pages, even though I have 10 years of experience and I have 3 master's degree and I have numerous of certification, which honestly I have not include all in my resume. I just include the most relevant, the most important ones. The last thing, once you're done with typing all this paragraph and saving it all, as you can see I did here, once you're done with that, is to save your resume, guys. Please pay attention. Do not name it resume dot something. You have to name your resume with your own name, because the recruiters receive thousands of resumes that have name resume. And if somebody is trying to find you on their system, this is so challenging. So if you want to make sure that you make it easy, you save it resume of George. Let's say your name is George 2019. So how many George they will have? 5, 10, 2, 3. The opportunity for you to be found, it's more easy. You make it more easy. But the most important thing, the message that you send with this type of resume, is that you are a person that is willing to work hard, because you did take the time to create a personalized resume. Here in America, you cannot add pictures and make it very personal, but me personally, I choose to put the color blue because this is my favorite color. So you can choose anything that presents you, that presents who you are, what you love to do, to make your resume stand up. But make sure that it looks classy, clean, and is focused on the point. So I believe that was everything. Once you save it with your name, this is the first step to get the first screening passed. I hope this video was useful to you. Please subscribe, press like, or share, comment. If you need any more videos like that, I will be more than happy to make them for you. This was information for any kind of resume, not only for the interpreter resume, but I find out that a lot of people suffer to organize that, and they apply for interpretation services, but they had a gardener experience. I am an Uber driver or something else. If you want to be a driver the rest of your life, you make a driver resume. If you want to be something else, you have to make your work, you have to make your homework, you have to make the research and see how the best people on your field create their LinkedIn profile, what there is included, how they present themselves in order to reach their level. That was few tips how to create a great resume. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you and have a great day. That was everything from Denver, Colorado. Bye bye.